And there we go. We should now... Yes, we definitely have everything working. Good. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to today's stream. Sorry, Gordon, to spoil the tune right there. Las Vista to Tech asks, does the FSD booster work now? And a lot of people, Dunkel says hello. And we're gonna test a lot of this stuff today. That's the whole point. I mean, I actually only unlocked a few of the things yesterday. And Scrappy-Bidoo thingy. So thanks for the follow on Twitch. I unlocked a few modules, and we're gonna go and have a look at them, try to compare them to the other versions, try to talk about in which situations they could be good, and in which situations you wouldn't. So we're gonna try to dive a little bit more into the to how this is gonna change the meta, and also maybe gonna talk about some of the already existing one, like the power plant, and when I use it, because I actually would use the power plant from time to time. I'm talking about the Guardian power plant, obviously here. Oh, let me just adjust this microphone. Hold on, 1 second. No, that's not the mic. There we go. Okay. But that's the plan. Go and have a look at some of the new stuff. I also have a crate sitting here in the station. We might gonna have a look at that. Obviously, if you see my video, you know that I'm already taking that out. But before we do that, there's gonna be a ton of stuff that I need to cover. First, Commander Rod, thanks for the follow on Twitch. First of all, later on the streaming, we're gonna have a look at the crate. That's because I need to fit it out for PvE, because on Tuesday, so that is in 3 days from now, I'm hosting a open live stream where you guys can join. What we're gonna do is we're gonna meet up in LP, which is our home system, with crates. It's like 35 light years from Shinracha. We're gonna meet up there with in crates as many people as we can. We're gonna form up in wings, and we're just gonna go and find resource extraction sites and wreak havoc as much as we can. And just to try and get those ships out. And I know a lot of people have already done an extensive amount of engineering, so I thought it would be a good idea to try and play around with that for a bit. So that's gonna come later on the stream. But for first, we should look at all the modules. But still, before we do that, I just want to make a little advertisement for my 24-hour live stream, which is going to be on the 14th of July. So that's in 2 weeks, I think. Yeah, 2 weeks from now. I'm hosting a 24-hour live stream, both streamed here to YouTube and to Twitch, so you can follow along wherever you are. And the idea is that me and another guy called Cactus Juggler, we're gonna get brand new characters. And then we're going to start from scratch in a sidewinder and 1,000 credits, and we're going to try to see if we can get ourselves an Anaconda before the end of the stream. So, from sidewinder to Conda in 24 hours. That's the goal. And of course, doing that live stream, there's going to be a ton of giveaways. And I just want to very quickly highlight some of the prizes that that you can win on that giveaway. Just switch over to the scene so you can see this. I have 4 of these G603 Logitech gaming mice. You can see them here, all lined up, neat and nice. And you have a chance to win one of these wireless gaming mice. I haven't have them unboxed yet, so I'm probably not going to do that because I'm going to give them away. But they seem to be pretty decent. 12,000 DPI sensor, and will last, if you run this in performance mode, it will last 18 months of use before it runs out. So decent. I think that's a very decent mouse. Anyway, giving away 4 of those. What else do I have? I also have this, which is a button controller box from Derek Spear Designs, which I'm also going to give away. I actually use one of them, not this exact model, but I use a similar one right now, which is the one I can use to like mute the game or phone so that you can't hear what I'm saying, or also switch scenes. Whenever I'm looking over here to the side, it's because I'm like looking for the right button to press to switch scenes, and I'm using one of these for this. Okay, the last thing, I have a few other I have a variety of ship kit pack, or sorry, ship paint job packs. These are all like special packs that you can only get from giveaways that Frontier is doing. Crazy the scroll something. Thanks a lot for the follow on Twitch. And again, I have a ton of these. Also, one of this, I managed to get some pictures. I didn't have that for the video. This looks awesome. Krait paint job, Frontier special Krait paint job that I'm giving away. And a lot of other, like, this one looks nice as well, I think. Lots of other, like, decals and paint jobs and more paint jobs. And there's going to be a lot of stuff to give away. There's links for everything in the description below. So you can go down and you can follow that. And that means you don't actually have to be here if you can't be in the live stream, the 24th thing. You can still have a chance to win. But I recommend you go over and have a look at the video I posted today about it. And that will be explained in a lot more detail. So, let's let's get going. Whoa. Should I to copy? Thanks for the subscription on YouTube. And there was someone else hidden behind. Master, no, something with double M's. Thanks a lot. I think that was on Twitch. Sorry I didn't catch your name. All the notifications at the same time. Anyway, that's enough talking for now. Let's get going and let's begin to look at some of the modules. Now, so far today I have unlocked. Let's start by looking at the power distributor. Oh yeah, someone mentioned who was this? Andy said on YouTube that yes, FSD boosters work. Indeed, they do. There are some wing missions, source return 50 million, I believe the payout was 50 million, they nerfed them within 24 hours. Correct. Well, I wouldn't say they nerfed them, but that would indicate that they won't be working. They fixed them, because they were definitely not working as intended. Right from Mage, thanks for the subscription on YouTube. Okay, power distributors. You can see here that this is my... By the way, I should probably introduce you for those guys who don't know. This is the camera Conda. This is the ship that I use for pretty much all my video making, because it has everything I need. Oh, and you die to Coffee again on Twitch. Thanks a lot also for joining over there. Anyway, you already have a freight drive booster. You can see this one has pretty much everything I need. A decent fuel scoop so I can easily get around. I have recon limpets for if I want to do something with the mega ships. I have fighter hangars so I can do. I often use the drones here to do when the fighters. I use those as camera drones. So I would take the camera and attach it underneath the drone, and then fly around the game and then use that to do much of video work. Double SRVs, so we can do that. Collector limpets, scanners, lots of scanners. Xeon scanner, frameshift, wake scanner, manifest scanner, just tons of scanners, so that I have everything I need for doing any type of video that I want. So this is definitely not like a extreme long range jump thing, but I'm trying to keep it up there so that it will do a decent jump. You can see my jump range down here. I mean, my current jump range fully fueled is 66 light years, which is pretty good. Was the new mining missions out this patch? Yes, indeed they are. And I haven't had a chance to look at those, but we should definitely do that as well. You got your Conda 70 light years maximum from the duel, repair limpets, SRVs, and fighters to Conda rocks. I definitely agree. And yeah. So let's start by going into the course and have a look at the power distributor, because I think those are pretty interesting. So you can see we have it here, an 8.8 Guardian hybrid power distributor. First of all, notice that the power consumption is significantly higher. Larry, thanks so much for the follow on Twitch. Anyway, so notice here that the power consumption is significantly higher. So if I were to fit one of these, I would definitely consume more power. But I mean, it's actually, look at this, it's not that bad. Going from a 1D power distributor, you use 0.36 megawatts up to the 8A, which uses 0.96. I mean, it's not even 3 times, and it's so much bigger. So power consumption wise, I don't think these are too bad. But again, it's definitely bigger as soon as you move over to the Guardian stuff. Interestingly, what you get on the normal one is, or the Guardian one, you get lower total capacity and you get a higher recharge rate. Okay, so again, these are pretty much, I would say, halfway engineered to weapon focused. Sorry, to charge enhanced. Power distributors. Wait, power distributors is amazing because it increases the power plant output by 4% unless it's a bug. What? So you're telling me if I buy this, so right now we have an output of 25.2, so if I buy this, that can't be right. Yeah, exactly. Someone posted in chat. Look at the weight though. Weight is an issue. I mean, these are heavy, the big ones. That's why I'm running a 1D all the way down here, because no mass, and you can easily run with a 1D power distributor on a Conda. You can't boost. Your shield will recharge extremely slowly, but it doesn't really matter. Now, yeah, look at that. We're just losing a lot by going on. I'm just going to try that because that seems really weird to me that should change anything with the power plant output. I'm just going to try and buy the... hold on. Is my power distributor engineered? No, it's not. Good. So 25.2. They're expensive though. The power output is the same. There's nothing there. Let me get my 1D back. There we go. Are there any useful Guardian modules? I think so. But I would guess that if we just quickly went over here and had a look at the ED shipyard, right? And let's take another Conda, and let's go to the power distributor. They don't have the new ones just yet. That's understandable. We can see here that the recharge here, weapon recharge, is 7.2. 7.2, and that's the same in-game we see when we look at it in-game, I assume. Was it the right one I fitted? 8A, yes. So here we see 7.2 megajoules. So what would happen if we took this and then engineered this for charge enhanced? I would expect it to be higher. Yeah, see, oh wait, weapon charge enhanced, we are at 10.44. And we can even go superconductor. Then we have 10.85 as the maximum if you engineer it. The Guardian, 10.1. So it's, I mean, it's pretty close to a full engineered one. 50 megawatts of capacitor here. And we have a lower capacitor here. So, again, the Guardian goes into that weird spot where it's not as good as a fully engineered one, but it is, but it's better than the default one. And of course, you can't engineer the Guardian ones. Otherwise, these would be completely overpowered. But again, the mass is... yeah, it's interesting that it's so close, actually. I would have thought there would be... I was expecting this actually to be... When this was 10 point something, I would actually expected the recharge rate here to be something along the lines of 12-ish. So that this would be kind of halfway... so it would be like the halfway mark to the full engineered one. So it's not that far off. What you do trade in, of course, is the capacitor. It gets a much harder hit to the total capacitor. See, 50 megawatts here. And if you jump over and have a look here, we can see we end up here at 65.6 megawatts. Can you see that for the camera? Oh wow, that's a little bit too much maybe. There we go. 65.6. So test the Guardian power plant with the Guardian power distributor. Is that a thing? That those two work together? Okay, you know what? Let's get ourselves a test bed here. Shipyards. Let's get ourselves a ship. Let's just, you know what? For the hell of it, let's try to get a. Let's try to get the new Alliance Challenger. I haven't tested that thing yet. I haven't bought that. So, store current ship. Because that's interesting. If you begin to get like bonuses, like matching bonuses for using more Guardian modules. So if we go core internals and I go and I say, oh, I want a 6A power plant, Guardian power plant that is, and once again the power plant goes into that spot where the output of the power plant is not quite what it is when you overcharge it, but it's better than the default one, right? So now we have 33.3 megawatts of power. And if we now go and have a look at the power distributor, so we say something like 104%. Where is that? I just already fit it. Because this is definitely more than 104%, 4% increase. Yeah, I'm not reviewing the Challenger right now. We're just using it as a test bed for a small experiment here. So what happens? Yes, this is pretty much the same. It was on the modules tab. Okay. 23.3. Let's just try to... that's the same. Let's go and have a look at the modules tab. Everything here is 100. Is that what you're referring to? Okay, not a lot there though. It seems that they're working output 104. I don't see it output 104. Oh! Wait, what? I see it down here. I can't use the mouse right now, but underneath the modules, all the way at the bottom here, the bar, you have output that says 104%, and the usage, I see it. Is that only when we use the Guardian stuff? What happens if we remove the Guardian stuff? Not optional internals, core internals. Now it's 100. Now it's 100. Weird. Okay, so what happens if we go... What happened if we go... Human... Whoops. Human power plant. And Guardian power distributor. Then we get 104%. So now the interesting question is, what happens if we actually use those 104%? What happens if we go, like, say, let's try to fit something that will go to 102%. Gotta go here. We gotta get some better thrusters because they all take power, and so does the better frame shift drive, more power usage, and live support. Sure, it uses more power. Just A-rate this thing. Sensors, we need sensors. They definitely use a lot of more power. And in optional, we're going to sell our crappy shields. And we're gonna... It's not a bug, FAD mentioned this. Yeah, the usage jumped 10%. That's because we're using more power. It actually says in the description. I mean, who reads the manual? And it increases heat, also boosts overall power output by the power plant. By any power plant it is hooked into. Huh. It's just funny that it doesn't say here. So you actually do get 4% extra. I want to test this. Let's get a big honking ass shield generator. And let's put some thirsty beam lasers on this as well. Like turrets. Because no, let's just go gimbals. Let's get a lot of beam lasers. Gimbal beams. Yeah, we could probably use a ship that doesn't have such a large amount of large power plant. Boom, more lasers. More beam lasers. And more. Okay, can we put something else in this that's just gonna use power? Browse, because these are all small beams. They're not gonna use. Oops. Okay, let's put something else in here. In the optionals, what can we else put in? We can go and put a shield cell bank in here. Let's just put an A-rated shield cell bank. That's gonna use some power. Vulture never has enough power. And we do have our Guardian. Yes, we do. So we can go 4%. 1% is 0.25. So we can go about 1 over. We can go up to around 26 power. If this works, we should be able to go to 26. Here we're gonna put a... What uses fuel scoop? Uses a little bit of power. Refinery uses power? Oh, I know. Haha, I got it. Let's go utility here, and we're gonna fit some shield boosters. Nope. Face cam is frozen again. Hold on, guys. Give me a second. That's not what I want. Yeah, okay. The camera software's crashed again. Oh, this is the annoying thingy. Where is it? Okay, come on. Sparkle cam. Now you die. And you die. And you die. You all die. There we go. There you go. Now we have the camera back. Sorry. Okay. I think this is actually pretty close to 104%. Yeah, set fire groups. Yeah, look at that, 103% usage when deployed. So... I guess there's only one way to test this. Will it fly? Predator 47, thanks a lot for the subscription on YouTube. Leo says, good to see you on Twitch. Well, it wasn't too hard to set up, and now people have been bugging me about it for a very long time. Oh, I haven't actually been listening to the boost sound of this thing. Kevin, thanks a lot for the subscription on YouTube. Okay, hold on. Let me get the game sound here up for you guys. Let's listen to this. I love that. I like that little, like it sounds like some kind of cylinder letting out a little bit of air. Bossicus, thanks a lot for the subscription to YouTube. I love that. Predator, thanks a lot for the follow on Twitch as well. Okay, let's listen to this one more time. Listen. Haha. I love that. That's awesome. Okay. And now I'm probably like... Oops. Okay. Will it fly? Beam lasers are out. Oh, out of range. Maybe not. We're running out of weapon power pretty quickly here. This build was never meant to be practical. It's a test, right? It's actually running at 103% power. That's actually awesome. L2R Baron, thanks a lot for the subscription on YouTube. That's interesting. That makes these a lot more interesting. So if you are in a case, if you are in a case where you are really starved for power, it might actually be worth it. It feels like PC overclocking. We just got 4% extra power out of our ship. And if you are in a case where you're really starved for power and like fully overcharged and monstrous power plant just won't cut it, you need more power, you could actually fit a Guardian power distributor and gain 4% extra. I mean, on the challenge, that's 1 megawatt. That's a significant amount of power. But that could actually mean the difference between being able to fit an extra on a large ship like a Corvette or something. This could mean the difference between being able to fit an extra shield booster or not, if you were doing this. Exactly, as Christopher says, this actually works with a humanly engineered power plant. Maybe I should deploy my landing gear. So you could put a human power plant. This is what we have right now, isn't it? Power distributor. Power plant. Yeah, so right now we have a human power plant with a Guardian power distributor. Now the downside of this, okay, so let's think about this a little bit, because It's fixed, Leo. It's a fixed 4% increase, regardless of size. So it's not dependent on size. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at the engines. Oh, I never noticed that. I haven't never been flying the ship, but that's awesome. Anyway, I'm getting distracted here. Yeah, class 1 power will still not, nope, still not let it boost, but okay, so in the cases when this is gonna be useful is situations where you don't really have an issue with heat. So it would either be in very heat efficient ships or in situations where, hold on, let's put this camera somewhere else so it's a little bit prettier to look at. Let's put it here, and then just lock it to the environment, like that. So in situations where you don't really care about overheating, so that would be a diamond bag or something like that, or in other cases when heat is not really an issue, then you could go JWire, yeah, 1977, thanks for subscription on YouTube. Then you could go with this if you were really starved for power. So when would you be so starved for power that you couldn't do this with engineering, where you wouldn't care about heat? I'm having a little difficulty finding the situation where this would be a valid option. Can any of you guys in chat come up with a situation where you would want extra, like, insane amount of power output of your ship, but you don't care about heat, you don't care about weapon or your distributor recharge? Well, it's still decent, but it's yeah, that's another good, oh, that's actually a good point. Hold on. Does it increase the heat less than overcharged? See, now we're beginning to be, now we're talking. That's a good question. Vulture. Krait would use it pretty well. Yeah, it is true. A vulture is always power hungry. It's always starved for power. Let's go and read the manual one more time. Enhanced with Guardian technology to speed up capacitor recharge rate at the cost of similar capacitors. No, at the cost of smaller capacitor. And increased heat generation. Now, heat generation is not really listed here. Yeah, you're right. We talked about this earlier. You do lose some power capacity, which you can clearly see here. I mean, 6A power distributor has 50 megawatts of capacity when it comes to weapon, where this one only had 35. But you gain quite a substantial amount of recharge rate compared to the other one. And they're a little bit heavier, 5%. That's not bad. 5% have more mass, but a very substantial increase in recharge rate. Interesting, I like this. But you also have to keep in mind, so look at this, in our situation here, it would not help you on the Vulture, and I'll show you why. Let's go and let's have a look at the Vulture. Let's sell this ship, I don't like it. I like the boost sound, boost sound's nice, but let me show you, it wouldn't help you on a Vulture. I don't think it would. Where's the vulture? Am I too far already? No, there's a vulture. Purchase. Yes, let's just sell the current ship. Confirmed. How about a ship with a large amount of power for a short burst? Like a plasma accelerator build. Yeah, that could work, but problem is pH will overheat. So do you really want a ship with poor heat performance or heat characteristics? Okay, I'll show you why I don't think that it's going to give you any benefit on a vulture. If we go to the core internals on this vulture here, and we go to the power plant, and we buy a... Nope, not a Guardian one. Let's just buy a human A-grade power plant, right? We now have 15.6 megawatts of power, and we're going to go down to our power distributor, and we're going to upgrade this to a A-rated one. Human A-rated. Right? Okay. Let's do the math here. Just to get my calculator. Because I don't want to get this wrong. Because this is going to be... Need to be pretty accurate here. So right now, no, okay, let's do this the right way. Let's do this the right way. No. This, okay, and then we do this. Okay, here we go. Okay, so we're currently sitting at, where is it? 15 points. Comma, okay, you want commas, fair enough. Minus what we are already using deployed, which is... No, let's just take the retracted amount. That's okay, that doesn't make any difference anyway, we can just sell the lasers. Minus 7.91. So right now we have 77.69 megawatts of power left to play with, right? And I'm gonna put this somewhere in a notepad here. Notepad. And we have 7.69 megawatts of power left. Oops. Yes. So what do we do next? Next, we need to upgrade this to a Guardian version. Good. Now our power output is... let's clear all this. Now our power output is 15.6 multiplied by 1.04. That's our total power output. That's how much power we can use right now. And then we're going to subtract our current retracted power usage, which is 8.13, actually giving us more usable power. So it would actually help. Okay, I stand corrected. So this would give us 0.4 megawatts, right? And 0.4 megawatts, approximately 0.4 megawatts, is 15 point, how much was it? 0.6. That's a 2.5% increase. So we're effectively getting a 2.5% increase in the power output. And of course, this is not very optimal because in this case here, we have a larger power distributor than we have power plant. If it was the other way around, we would actually be able to gain a bigger overall effect, or overall effective bonus output to this. Interesting. I like this. So 2.56. That's 2.56%. Probably best on bigger ships. Yeah, I would have to agree, I guess. Yeah, it would be better on bigger ships because Because as we saw before, the increase in power output that it takes per level up is very, very small. So the bigger the ship is, the better you're gonna get. Yeah, so the bigger the power plant is, the more effective this method would be. But I could definitely see it working in a situation like this. Especially, I mean, if you're running two huge beam, or large beam lasers, sorry. This one is large, right? Yeah. If you're running two large beam lasers here, I could see this being an issue with power consumption. So yeah, but the 4%, okay, and again, we're gonna have an issue with heat. I'm just gonna write notes because this is gonna be the beginning of a script for a video at some point, I think. We're gonna have to talk about more heat. Oh. 4% power. Not really. Because it wouldn't really be 4%, it would be something less. Best on bigger ships. That's important. When would this work? I have still no idea when this would work. Okay, interesting. Let's move on. I think that's enough power plant or power distributor talk for now. But now that we have a vulture here, let's have a look at the frameshift boosters here. And okay, you know what? Let's get a ship. Let's get rid of this. Let's get a ship with some more. You know what? Let's get a second crate. Oh no, that's over here. Oh, you know what? I actually have a crate here that has a lot of optional internal slots that's not in use. So let's just jump into this. Because I have a few things I want to test. Okay, so FSD boosters, of course. Boom, look at that beautiful, beautiful thing. Okay. That's good. Okay, this ship is not optimized at all, but we can still use this as an example. I'll start by selling my fuel scoop. There we go. Now we have two... okay, so let's go and have a look. The FSD boosters, which is right here. Now, no longer, as you can see, have any additional power, or sorry, fuel costs. So the fuel cost has been removed. So you're going to use the same amount of fuel. I mean, you would use more fuel for jumping further, but you're not going to get a penalty to your fuel. But it now has a rather substantial power draw. We have 2.14 megawatts for class 5. But it will then give you a flat, this is a grade 5, give you a flat 10.5 light years increased jump range, 9.25, 7.75, 6, and 4. And yes, I would agree, these are really good, because often in ships that has poor jump rate, that would be combat ships, especially if the ship has a lot of optional internals, you often end up with spares. At least when I end up fitting ships, I always go, oh, I could just fit an extra module reinforcements, I guess. Now I could switch those out. I have other options now, but we'll come back to those later. What I want to test is what happens if I put a Guardian frameshift drive booster on. Obviously, you can see here, if I go out away from this and go out, that I go here, jump range 42, and we get those extra, is it viable on an ASP? I think it is. I mean, they do have a bit of mass, but it's not too bad. Definitely not from the extra jump range. So if we try to buy this, what happens if I fit a second one? Damn it. I had a faint hope that you could just stack these. That would have been hilarious. Ew. That's a shame. That's interesting. We're gonna come back to this crate in a bit. Because if we go to the shipyard, I believe I have already... do I still have this vulture? Let's sell this. There we go. Here's my Corvette. Here's my camera content we had before. And as you can see, I've already put a booster on that. No. So Alpha Eric asks on Twitch, but does the boot time, boot time, does that cause a 15-second longer boot time? No, the boot time is, I'll show you here. If we go to modules and I find my Guardian, whatever, where the hell is it? Here, Guardian frame shift drive booster. If I go in and I turn this off, and I now want to activate it, it takes 15 seconds to activate. That's just the boot time. Waiting. And there's your 15 seconds. I think, I hope at least. So the boot time is not, it's not like it's going to take you longer to jump between stars. I've been flying around with this, with my jumper conda here, my camera conda, all day. And I haven't noticed anything different in the time it took me to complete jumps. I have been forced to change this a little bit, because with the new FSD booster here, my power plant was no longer up for the job, so I had to get a new power plant, which made my ship a little bit heavier. So we'll probably go again and engineer this for lightweight to get the weight down again. And the boosters stack? No, they don't. That was what we tested before. Oh, outfitting. If I go in here, and you can see I already have one fitted here, and I go in here, let's say I want to change this out for another booster, it says module type limit exceeded. So there would be no stacking of FSD boosters. Here's an interesting thought though. Is the FSD boost, is that applied before or after neutron star boosts or white dwarf boosting? You know what? We should test that. There's a white dwarf right next to.
Misty mate, be back about 2 months.
2 months, matey. Thanks a lot for the donation. But are you gone for 2 months? I hope to see you, but take care. I'll see you in 2 months, I guess. Sorry, oh well. I hope all's well, matey. Anyway, let's go over and but I agree with John. That would be ridiculous if you could stack those. Any hauler ship would just. So okay. So here's what you would do then. You would take a ship with a lot of internal compartments. You would fit a human power plant, overcharged and monstrate, Guardian power distributor, and then just slap as many, and then lightweight everything else. Everything else would just go lightweight, and derate everything, lightweight everything, and just fill up all the core internal, all the optional internals with FSD boosters, and this thing would just do one jump to Colonia. Oh, landing gear stuff. Okay. Come on. Come on. Okay, so if I know this correctly, calculator. With our current 68 for... Okay. No, it adds... Alpha Eric asked if it adds specific range or does it change with optimal mass. This is a fixed bonus, so it is always... A class 5 will always give you 10.5 extra light years. How's the farm to unlock Guardian items now? It's not as bad as it was. Okay, we're just gonna get this star behind us. Get some distance to it. And then slow us way down. Okay, so... Calculator. 0.34. And I believe... Neutral star boost gives a 50% increased range. Is that right? Oh no, white dwarf. White dwarf boost. Supercharging. Here we go. It doesn't say. Why doesn't it say? Oh, wait. Anyone recall how many percentage is it? Is it 50% increase? How much is it? I can't remember. Yeah, I think that 50% is... I want to calculate this beforehand. So if it is applied afterwards, we would get 102. Where's my notepad again? Trusty notepad. We will then get 102 light years. This is the light years. This is if it's applied afterwards. If not, then we will get 68.37 minus 10.5 equals that. Multiplied by 1.5, we get that. And we add the 10.5 like that. Then we would get, if it's applied afterwards, we would then get 97.26 light years. Okay, so if we get anything else than these two, I don't understand what's going on, which is highly likely. I think neutral stars are 200%. Are Championian injectors working with FSD boosters? Darth Vader asks. We will test this afterwards. That's a good test as well. Right now we're testing neutral star boosts. So let's get this puppy overcharged. And now we're gonna see how you do not overcharge a ship. Where's the star? Okay, there it is. And I'm gonna go... I think this is good. Woohoo! I didn't explode! Okay, where are we at? 102.51. What was my predictions? 102, but look at that. It's almost like I know what I'm doing. So that means that the bonus you gain from a FSD booster is also applied to your FSD booster, which I would expect, but you never know. Okay. Let's get back into Shinrata and let's try the jumper thingy. The injectors. Ah, fucking camera. Let's see if I can figure out what's up with this camera here. Let's just try not to fly into a star. Bad USB port? No, I believe it's because my... Okay. Hold on, let me get the settings here. Restart. I need to find settings here. Restart every 25 minutes. That should be on. Okay, so the problem is my camera that I'm using is kind of old and needs an upgrade, which is getting. It doesn't have a it's a DSLR camera. It doesn't have clean HDMI out, so therefore I have to use the output over USB to get a clean output from it. But that means that effectively the camera, from the camera's point of view, it's recording, and the camera only supports recordings up to half an hour. So therefore the camera is being automatically restarted every 25 minutes. If that doesn't happen, probably then you get these weird artifacts. But there is better camera equipment on its way. Because this is lacking. It will only do 1080 at 30 FPS if I'm going full resolution. I can go HD, so 720p, and then go 60 FPS, I believe, which is okay for face cam, but not really for stuff like Hello Dave and stuff like that. Anyway, long story short, we'll just have to restart the camera, I guess. Okay, so the next question was the injectors. So if we go and find FSD injectors here. Okay, so bonus plus 25% distance. We're gonna do the same math again. There's no reason to, I mean, trust me, I have a way better upgrade coming when it comes to camera equipment. This thing is gonna be way overkill for what I'm doing here. Okay, let's do this again. 68.34 times 1.25, giving us... Let's just guess. I guess this works the same way. So I'm gonna guess we're gonna end up at 85.4, either 2 or 3, depending if it rounds up or down. This is gonna be our guess. Oh, you can't see. Ha! Great. Here's the calculator. 85.42, something like that. Do you think I can make it to a con in 24 hours? Yeah, that should be easy. So I'm guessing if I go in here now, click into the game, and I go and synthesize this. It takes forever. Boop. Yeah, and it rounds up, obviously. You can see here our guesstimate. So the bonus from the FSD is also applied to the bonus for injectors is also applied to the Guardian boosters. So you also gain extra for those. What am I looking for here? I'm looking for Looking for James Memorial. There we go. Yeah, next up, let's go and have a look at the Guardian's shield reinforcements. And while we're approaching the station, I need water because it is very hot. Problem is, there are some... At this time of the year, there's a lot of students who just finished all their exams. Meaning they're holding a lot of parties, which is of course perfectly fine. They should definitely do that. And but there's someone like just outside my window right now. And that's why I've closed some of the windows not to get too much noise in on the stream. Which makes the apartment very, very hot. Oh, reading chat and overshooting. Business as usual. Okay, let's do this again. See if we can gotta purposely dive into the gravity well here to try and get around the other side of the station, because this conda cannot boost, so I don't want to end up at the wrong side of the station, because it would take me forever to go around to the front. I'm just gonna move around to the almost the front of the station. Pulled in a little bit too early, but it's close enough. Close enough. Okay, Tom says, can you do an FSD injection and neutron star jump Guardian boost combined? Would guess so. I don't know if FSD injectors, how they stack with the... I believe those bonuses stack additionally, not multiplied. They're being added, not being multiplied. So if we gain 25% from the neutron star and if we gain, try that again. If we gain 50% from the white dwarf and we then get 25% from a booster, I believe we will end up getting 75% boost. Gordon says, hey, what's a quick way to get brawl mats? The broker has completely ripped me off. Oh, no visual. Yeah. I'm not sure if injectors and neutron stars go together. I haven't actually tested it. If we have time, we'll do that later. Right now I want to go and there we go. Right now I want to go and give the shield, Guardian shield, whatever thingy-majig's, a quick look. And we're gonna do that in... No, actually we're gonna do this in the cucumber, I think. Which is a big warning sign on saying it's wounded. Okay, someone says they're sure that they have said it but never tried it themselves. Well, we can all, if we have time, we'll try it at the end. $390 jump. That's like from here to what? How far away is Maya from Shinrata? It's probably a little bit longer, isn't it? That should be like 500-ish for something. How far is it to Quince? That's probably a little bit closer to 300. Oh, that's even further. Wow, okay. Can we find something that's just approximately 300 light years so we can see how far that is? What about that star? Yeah, so that's 300 light years. That's one jump. Boop. That's quite a bit. $300 is a lot. That's quite a far jump. I mean, this ship can go pretty far in a single jump. It will go, no, not this one. Ha! This is my combat ship. That doesn't go very far. My jump Conda, which we were using before, can go almost 70 in a single jump. Oh, where's my notification area? There it is. Please notice me, someone. Thanks for the follow on Twitch. What are those yellow markers? Okay, let's give yellow markers. If you mean these yellow markers, these are stations currently under repair. There's a legend back here, so you can see what it is. You can see here, repairing stations. This symbol, which we have none of at the moment, it seems, are stationally damaged by a Thargoid attack with bookmarks, ships, engineers, current community goals, mission markers, wings. You can see all of them in the last one, and you can even disable some of them. If you don't want to see these stations, just remove them. I might actually want to remove engineers. Anyway, let's yes, let's have a look at those shield boosters. So just disregard all the legal issues; those are not important. You can see here I've actually already fitted a FSD injector on the cube comber here. Oh wait, I should actually. I have some modules that have been shipped over here. Transfer, beam laser, transfer to ship. No, not shop. Transfer, long range thermal vent. Yes, please. There we go. Those Thargoids attack getting awfully close to Sol. Agreed, but they're kind of stopped a bit. Okay. But what I wanted to show was down here and some of the... No, that was the FSD booster. You can see here we have hull reinforcement packed, right? Oh, wait a second. Okay, so I have... on this ship I have a ton of shield boosters, as you can see here, which gives a huge amount of boost to shields. The question is, when I add a... Okay, so let's go ahead and have a look. So, no. Let's store this module. You can see here that if we go into hull reinforcements, we have shield reinforcements, which is obvious. This makes complete sense, right? That this is where you would find shield reinforcements under hull reinforcements. Jokes aside, they come in various sizes, even two types. There's one here on 16 tons, one here 32 tons. The heavy one uses less power. Oh, I'm gonna run out of power. Oops. So the heavy one here uses more power than this one. but this one is lighter. And the lighter one that uses more power also gives more reinforcements, and no thing here. I need to find a way to get a little bit more power out of the ship. You know what I probably would have to do if I want to do something like that, because the power plant right now, it has thermal spread on it to give me better thermal characteristics. But I could probably get rid of that and go monstrous. That would give me a little bit more power that I would probably need. Or I could fit a Guardian power distributor. But for now I think we're actually gonna go and store these again. Just because I need the power. I know we could just not deploy weapon, but I don't want to end up with a ship that suddenly shuts itself down because it doesn't have enough power to run. So Dropper says, please keep this video for later watching, at least for a week or two. Thanks. This is as soon as the stream is over, it is automatically uploaded to my YouTube channel. So if you want to go back and watch this kind of stuff later, it will just be available. You can go and find it on my channel and watch it on YouTube. So yeah, definitely, and it will stay there for ever until YouTube shuts down, I guess. Serious magnet, yes, you can fit shield reinforcements. This is a empty military compartment, and because these counts as hull reinforcements, you can fit them. Now, what I want to test now is if shield boosters affect. So statistics right now. Where's my notepad? Here's my notepad. Where's my pen? Okay. So right now I have a total shield health of 2,159. Good. Now we're gonna go into outfitting. I'm gonna go in here, and we're gonna fit ourselves a reinforcement pack. Shield reinforcements 250. Now I have, so if I add 215, I would get 4 and 7 and 3 and 2. Okay, so they are not affected by shield boosters, because that's exactly what I got on, and you can't see it under my notes at all, but that's exactly what I got on my notes. So they're not affected by the shield boosters at all. So this is just a flat bonus that is applied after any bonuses from shield boosters are applied. That sucks a bit. That makes them, it still makes them interesting. I mean, I would still like to change these two hull reinforcements out for if I store this, I would still like to change these out. How much heavier are they though? It's the same mass, so it wouldn't do anything in terms of maneuverability or jump range. Have I done videos how to get Guardian modules? No, yeah, I actually have. But it's not specifically to the modules. It's more on how you get the blueprint segments, which is probably the most difficult. I mean, pretty much anything else you can buy or get is just normal engineering. I mean, if you go and have a look at the tech broker here. Let's take the hull reinforcements here, right? Okay, so Guardian module blueprint segment. These were the ones that was in the past very difficult to get. The same with the Sentinel Rec components. These are both from the Guardian site. Pattern Beta Gamma Obliques data, you could also get those at the Guardian sites, and the same here. So the 4 top ones you can all get from the same location. And I have a video up on that. Something like Guardian material, Guardian data. I think it's called how to get Guardian data or something like that. Let's see if I can actually find that video. Stop YouTube. Stop being a bitch. Thank you. Really dangerous. How to get Guardian tech. How to get Guardian blueprint segments in Elite Dangerous. Hands on the Guardian. Blah blah blah. Today I'm gonna show you how you... There it is. Gonna post this in both of the chats, so if you guys want to go and watch that video, you can do it. It'll be posted soon. And that's just an overview of how this whole thing works, and yeah, you can go and have a look at that later. Yes, okay, that's posted. So the only problem really is how to get the reinforced mounting plates, but I believe these can be purchased on a station. So what I would do is... Oh, I have way too many. Martin79, thanks for the follow on Twitch. Hold on, let me get this over so I have a little bit of... I can clean this up a bit. I have too many thingies open. Let's just save this as stream notes. I'm just closing windows. I hate having many windows open at the same time. And oh, why do I have that open? I don't need that. I don't need this. I will need that. Okay, this one. Ah, here we go. And then we need to go over here on the stream. There we go. Okay. So what I would do if I needed to find a specific material like that, I would go into EDB, go to find materials. I would say I'm currently in Shin. Wolfgang, thanks a lot for the subscription on YouTube. I will go here and I will say Shinrata Destra, and I want to find reinforced mounting plates, find stations, and here we go, small handful of stations where, make sure this is set to buy. And you would say, oh, I need to go to Wang City. Then I could go to Wang City and I could then go and buy whatever I needed, and I would be good to go. So the last ones are pretty, can be pretty easily acquired. It's pretty much only all the Guardian stuff that you need to worry about. And you can get that again from watching that video I just posted. Yeah, so I believe, oh, I'm out of Epsilon, damn it. I need more Epsilon data. And that's a bitch to get. Module reinforcements. Anyway, so this, I think the shields, the Guardian shield thingies are a little meh. But the FSD boosters are really good. Definitely, they are very good. And it's something I would probably see myself using on most ships. And it turns out that the power distributors is actually better than I thought they would be. Now, I want to go and have a look at Dr. Tablet. Thanks a lot for the follow on Twitch. Let's go and have a look at... okay, wait. Let's do a quick vote in chat. Should we go and have a look at building a crate for the live stream on Tuesday? Or should we go and do a little bit of looking into mining missions with the gold digger? So, crate or mining? Go in chat. And that's probably going to be like a 30-second delay, so I'm going to give you guys some time. That's actually true. Shield reinforcements are better on smaller ships, but then again, your fittings are pretty... We have one who says crate, one says both, and one says mining, please. Crate, new mining. If old mining, crate. No, the new mining's not here. It's just new mining missions. Mining, crate. Okay. We have about... mining, crate, sucks. Mining. There's a lot of people say mining. Let's start by mining, and then we'll see if we have a little bit of time for looking at the crate afterwards. The mining height. I just remember, guys, it's not the new mining thing is not implemented yet. It's not the whole cracking asteroids open thing. That's not in the game yet. That's for Q4. This is just wing mining missions, and I also want to give the gold digger a quick overhaul. There we go. Give it a quick overhaul with the new Guardian stuff. See if. So let's do this quick. See what we can find here. Here we have it, the gold digger. Mining lasers here still needs to be upgraded. Actually, you know what? I'm going to show you something interesting here. Return to surface. I encountered a interesting. They configured payout for elite mining missions. A little bit better, but not lucrative. We're gonna go and have a look at those missions in a bit. I encountered a interesting problem I've never had before. So I'm trying this build out now on my cutter, where I'm going and trying to do 4 mining lasers. Now, 2 of the mining lasers are fitted, I believe, underneath somewhere. I actually can't remember where those hard points are. We'll probably have to get the thing into space to see it. But I know that 2 of them are fitted in these small pods here. So we have 1 laser here and 1 on the other side, and then 2 of them is, I don't believe that's up there. I think it's underneath somewhere that they're hiding these. But one of the problems I had was because those mining lasers have such a short range, they will only mine 500 meters. And they're sitting so far back on the ship. That means their effective range would mean that I would have to almost touch the asteroid in order for the lasers back there to be able to reach the asteroid up here. That's a bit of a silly issue, but that's why I think the mining lances would be way better on a ship like this, because they have the 2-kilometer range. So that means I just don't care about the range anymore. Middle center on the nose for the 2 medium hard points. Yeah, exactly. But that's the huge hard point, right? That's the huge hard point is right there. Anyway, let's try to get this thing into the outfitting hangar again. It was just a funny problem that because the mining lasers were sitting all the way back there on the wings, they wouldn't really be able to reach the asteroid. Well, they could, but I would have to be so close that it was not really comfortable. Meaning that I would have to be a lot more picky. Oh, I saw something opening there on the side. I think that might have been it. Oh, so they're not in the pods. Oh, they're on top? Okay, I thought they were inside the pods. Okay, so they're even further back. You can see here where they are. And this is on either side. Okay. So now we can actually see where they are. We can just done this easy way to start with. Oh, we just saw them close there. Like right there next to the stairs. That's where they are. And down here, they are in this compartment all the way back here. And from here to the front, this is where we have the issue. It has to fire for such a long distance. How long till the Guardian mining lasers? Anyway, let's. I'm getting sidetracked here. Let's go back and camera still working. Camera still working. Let's go back and have a look at the outfitting. This one was not going to change. There's not a lot here. I don't think there's a lot to do in here either. I wouldn't see a reason why you would want that over the properly engineered one in this case, because we're not really that starved for power. We might be later though. Is this one fully engineered? It is, and it's engineered with thermal spread even. That's interesting. Might have to change that. Prismatic shields. So as you can see here, I already fitted 2 Guardian shield packs in here. This is of course why we're starved for power. And though it's not much, I mean this is 400 something shields, and it means next to nothing on a big ship like this. But I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it. I mean, we're gaining 430 extra shield, which is nice, putting us up to 8,398. For the higher power consumption, I can't really figure out if it's worth it. Oh, look at that laser, love it. But I'm actually pretty close, because if I've got a Guardian here, this one cannot be engineered. Oh, they can. This the crap engineering. And this one cannot. And these are engineered as well. What do I actually need to engineer on this thing? What am I missing here? The fuel scoop can't, cargo racks can't, limpets, no, refinery, no, nothing here can be engineered. And this one is done, right? Yes, reinforced high cap, it's done. Oh, I need the lasers. Beam lasers, of course. I could lightweight the collectors, that's true. Oh yeah, that's what I'm missing. Yes, of course, I'm missing lightweighting all my collectors. That's of course it. So I still need to lightweight my collectors and prospectors. So all the limpets need to be lightweighted. That's going to give me a little bit more jump range, which is nice, I guess. FSD booster, yeah. I was considering it, but problem is I can't figure out where I want to put it. Because these are military compartments, so I can't put it there. And I have a 3A prospector, I need a prospector somewhere, I need my refinery. So I would have to change, I could ditch one of the collector limpet controllers, but not really too fond of that idea. Because I really like my 9 collectors out at the same time. It's just so quick, and they still have a hard time keeping up with the mining lasers. And when I get longer range mining lasers, they're going to have an even harder time keeping up. Even though I would be moving around and stuff like that. And now we're up to cargo area. Now cargo area is like sacred when it comes to mining ships. Now this one is going to be changed out for a cargo rack, 256 tons cargo rack. I just have the fuel scoop on here for engineering it so I can move around and fuel scoop it. Yeah, I know they were talking about a more universal controller, but until that is added, I will have to go with this. So problem is, the only thing I could do is I could sacrifice 69 tons of cargo to gain 10.5 light year extra jump range, which I'm not sure is worth it. Did you leave room for the 2 or 3 new utility mount mining devices coming in Q4? I'm just going to rework it when it comes out. I'm going to rework it because I'm not sure if they're going to be utility or hard points. I mean, they sound like they're going to be lasers, not lasers, some kind of missile system. So I'm not going to build the build and then let it sit in the hangar for half a year. So I'm building it with what we have now. Switch cargo with limpets. You would really put more collector limpets in it? I don't think that's. I don't think more than 9 is that's getting a little bit excessive. I'm pretty sure they'll make mining more lucrative. But talking about lucrative and mining, let's go and have a look at those missions. Here we actually have one of them. Wing mining mission. There's a lot of them. Silver. Okay, let's see here. This one had one for water, right? Yes, so this one is a merchant water mining mission. And this one is a broker water mining, damn it. Wait, is this even worth it? 208 tons of silver for 2 million credits. It doesn't sound very profitable. Hold on. Let's just get this over here. So 208 tons of silver times, let's just assume we can sell it at the galactic average. That's low, but let's assume that. You will probably always be able to get more if you just go for a decent place to sell it. Okay, that's just shy of 1 million. But okay, we haven't actually... One problem, I think, is that I'm not allied with the factions yet. So we're not seeing the good missions yet. No, there's a faction here that has donation missions. What? I'm getting... Oh, we're getting follow-on missions. Hooray! Okay, let's try to see if we can get allied with one of them, see if we can see some of the more profitable missions. Because if you can get osmium for over 100,000, then it's actually worth it. Osmium is still difficult to get, but it's not too bad. And as Alpha says, in a galactic economy, having the miners take away a higher pay will cause a lot of other people, a lot of prices to rise. Indeed, it would. But this is not really a fully modeled economy, so that's a weird follow-on mission. So, hey, you just gave us money, will you go kill that guy now? Like, that's not how it works, it's the other way around. Okay, they do pay us the money back, pretty much. I do like these Pirate Lord missions, though. They are really fun. Oh. Entrepreneur. We need those elite mining missions. That's the one that's interesting. So we have people going up to 15 mil per hour with those wing mining missions. That's not bad for mining. That's actually gonna be slightly better than... that's almost beginning to come into the territory where it's worth it. I mean, I enjoy it. It's relaxing, but everything just takes time. Have you seen those pirate activity detection missions? It's like a hash risk. No, I've seen those mining rods for bromelite. So what I want to test here is can we find one merchant bromelite? Can we find a wing merchant elite? Oh, this is an elite mission. Wonderful. Ah, yeah, okay, look at this, look at this. So here we have an elite mission. Elite mission should give a higher payout than lower tier ones, right? And here we have 56 tons of bromelite. Here we have 25 tons of bromelite. In the non-winged version, you gain 580,000. In the winged version, you gain the same. You get the same payout for more than twice the materials in wing missions. This is much more profitable than this. The only reason that this is just slightly interesting is because of the higher amount. So you wouldn't, I mean, if you were able to get those missions where they were asking for hundreds of tons of osmium, then it would be interesting. But because we're not really allied with anyone here, we're not really being offered those type of missions now. The dark wheel. Same thing here. Oh, that was maybe the ones we were looking at before. See, there we have it. That's what I would expect to see. A lot of it. A lot of water. This is wing missions. This is not a wing mission. I mean, 68 tons of gold. I mean, that's an afternoon. See, now we're talking. Mine almost 700 tons of blah, 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 crystals, and this is an elite mission, and we get paid around 10,000 a pop. And what would this sell out on the market? Okay, so here, now we can see, now we're talking. 2,000 extra. Oh, sorry, this is 2,000, we get 10,000, so we're getting four times the payout. When we get those elite, like the huge mining missions. And then we're beginning to talk, because if we can get those for osmium. Where's osmium? Osmium is here. Which is already 10,000, so that's 40,000, and people see them up to 100k. That's quite amazing. I would mine osmium for 100k a pop. And if you can begin to find them for palladium or even painite, I mean, that would be a hell to get. And I guess you would have to do it in a wing, because you would get a lot more materials doing that. Because you could all scan the rock, and then you would get 4 times the materials you were wing of 4. So it really would encourage people to go out and mine in wings. You've seen osmium missions for 35 tons for 3.6 million. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Anyway, I have about 15 minutes left, so I think I'll go and give the Krait a little bit of love and attention. RIP mining vote. Yeah, we're not gonna. I was never planning to actually go out and mine. This stream was just meant to go and have a look at all the new stuff. Oh yeah, we should have a look inside the cockpit. Have you guys been having a look inside the cockpit of the Krait? First of all, notice here all the way to the right, oh sorry, on the left of the screen right now, what's on the top there. Can you guys see what it is? The black, the small black model there in the corner. It's a model of the original Krait from the original game. And if we move over to the other side, coffee machine, and either those are capsules or they're cookies. And look, the coffee machine is even branded with the ship manufacturer's brand. Delacy. Yeah, carbon fiber. Very nice. A little bit of exposed wiring. Some people hate that. I have a CO2 canister down here. Let's get this. Oh, look at that. Such a nice cockpit. Can we get this machine in focus? No, not really. Oh, here we go. Now it's in focus. Oh, hold on, we should go back. No, to this one. And I move this over to zoom. Let's zoom into that panel. I want to see what's on that. And try to see if we can pull this into focus. Oh, that is cool. Look at that. I like that. Ah. So this is where you go when you need to go and have a smoke. Go out here. When you're out doing whatever you're doing. I do like this ship. It looks awesome though. Okay, let's go and have a look at the loadout of this thing. So as I said at the beginning of the stream, on Tuesday I'm hosting an open stream where everybody who's interested can join. All you need to do is to get a Krait, and you're gonna move over to there's more info on Discord. There's a link for Discord down below. There's, and then you have to go to our home system, which is LP, and we'll meet up over there on Tuesday at same time as this stream, which is 7 o'clock in-game time. and we'll then form up in wings and head out and kill a bunch of pirates in crates. It's a huge crate fleet, and it's gonna be great. Anyway, so far I think I've decided. I think I want to go with the pacifier fragmentation cannons and 2 beam lasers. I tested it out yesterday. It was tremendous fun. I've seen people do a lot of multi-cannons of this thing. That's pure multi-cannons. I want to see what I have in terms of stored modules, actually. I have those hull reinforcements. I have some cannons. Doesn't fit. Oh, could we go rapid fire plasma slug advanced PEAs? Oh, interesting. I have those 2 beam lasers. I think that's pretty much it. What are those crazy frag cannons? Oh, these are fun. These are basically like... okay, so look at this. If you look at these and you say... here, jitter. 1.7 degrees. That's how tight the spread is on the shots. So if we go in and have a look at a normal fragmentation cannon, look at that, 5 degrees. So this one, the normal ones have a big spread where they fire it in huge areas, where the pacifiers one has a very tiny area. So they're much more confined. I think this is the build I'm gonna go for because it's tremendously fun and it's just for one stream, and then I might wanna do something else. I have some shield boosters in here. What did I actually do with shields? I went by weaves. Not sure if that's a good idea. FSD booster. Can we squeeze more power out of this? Only if we change the distributor. You know what? Because I don't want to engineer it, I'm gonna fit a Guardian power plant and a Guardian distributor. And now we have all the power we need, and we then go optional internals. Let's remove the frameshift drive or the FSD booster, and let's swap those out for hull reinforcements or shield reinforcement packs. Okay, Gordon, thanks a lot for watching. Okay, I know. Let's try to take this out. How much shield do we actually have now? So see, fitting those 2 gave us 400. That doubled our shield hit points. And we're on a bi-weave shield right now. This thing was recharged pretty damn quickly. Maybe it actually would make more sense now that we have the power, because that was our issue before, to change out the bi-weaves for shield generators to just fit A-rated instead, because we have the power to do it. Wait. Oh, I have... Oh, wait. I have something better. I'm gonna go here. We're gonna go sell. Yes, and we're gonna go transfer. I'm gonna take the 6A prismatic that I had lying around. Boom. There you go. That should give this a little bit more shield. There we go. Look at that. Okay, over 1,000 shields on the crate. That's fun. Let's take this into a... Not light. I want galaxy map. Let's try to take this thing into a... there should be one down here. A resource extraction site, and let's see what it can do. The whole point here is I don't want to do something that requires me to do a lot of engineering. Oh yeah, we should listen to the boost sound. Hold on. Gotta turn up the sound so you guys can hear it properly here. Okay, now listen. That farting sound. Okay. Let's see what we can do. Nope, I did not have any engineered Python I could just strip. So it's just gonna be like this, and I'm not sure if it's. I mean, it's a fun ship, and I would probably keep it just because it's such a fun ship to fly. But I think I'm gonna find some other use for it. I'm considering now that when I'm almost done with the could find a high hazardous. There we go. I'm considering now that I'm almost done with the mining, the gold digger, that I will go and build a speed miner. So like a very quick mining ship, and then try to use the crate. I know the Python is a better option, but I want to do something with the crate, and I think making this into a miner could be pretty fun. Ever considered running an outlaw commander? Yeah, it could be fun, I guess. Getting into the PvP side of the game. My main problem with that is that, first of all, to be honest, I'm not a very good PvP pilot. I will happily admit that. And secondly, almost all my time in game is either researching or recording videos. Exactly, the hard points are perfect for mining. You would take the two medium hard points on either side of the cockpit, and that's where you fit your mining lasers. You would then fit something laser-ish, like pulses or bursts or beams if you have the power, on top for defense. And you would then have to figure out what to do with the internals, but you would definitely want to keep the speed up, keep the maneuverability up. And I would probably not use the 6A prismatics. I would probably just get some other shields, just enough to take a hit from a rock when you fly into it. So I agree, the hardpoint placement would be awesome. You know what? That's gonna be my next project. When the gold digger is done, we're gonna do a speed miner. And we're gonna need to give it a name. And the greatest miner in the world is not gonna use it. I think it's too long anyway. And I'm gonna come in way too quickly here to see if we can drop out close enough so it's not gonna be an issue. Oh, we could actually slow down in time. Krait miner, yeah. The greatest miner. Need like vulture. Oh yeah, we could. Okay, let's start easy. Let's see if we can get ourselves a vulture here. Oh, he's in a wing with eagles. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna go combat loadout here with my pips. Actually, I don't think I will need that much power to my weapons. I can probably go with 2 pips and then probably go... Let's try to start with a balanced loadout. Okay. Pirate scum. Hold it right there. Okay, his shields are down. So line up, line it up. Follow him around. He's still running. Come on. Oops. That's a rock. Thanks a lot for the subscription on YouTube. Okay, we need to get around this guy. with this power distributor, I don't really have to put more than 2 pips into the weapons. See, I'm not very good at strafing this guy. I'm having a little bit of... I think I got him now. Shields are down. Flip this thing around. Come on. Ah, missed. Okay, just do a flyby here. There we go. Flip it around. There we go. Let's get some pips over to shields. He boosted, so I'm gonna boost as well. Ah! Gotta clear the barrel. Get a fresh reload. See, this is where my combat skill really is lacking. And at least when it comes to maneuverable ships. And his shields is back online. Come on, get those shields down. Get them down, get them down. I think I hit him there. I can't hit for shit. Ah, something hit. And we're pretty low on shields. Got a clipper here. Wanted clipper. Okay, he's already being engaged, so we're gonna go and help these guys. He might be a little bit easier to fly in circles around. Oh. Okay, let's get pips over to... I think I'm gonna go all maneuverability this time because he's already... he's shield boosting. I want to be in a good position before I attack. Like this. Okay. Come on, get closer, get closer, get closer. That was a hit. There we go. Whee! Okay, let's see if we can find something that's not already being attacked. Federal dropship, this might... oh, he's clean. Asp Exploder, just gonna take down... oh, wow. Get down one more target here. It's also clean. Okay. Ah, he's almost dead. I mean, we could take this guy down without our pacifiers. I got a good few hits in him there, and he's gone. I want a proper fight. Something big. Something bigger than an eagle. But I can kill an eagle. Okay, so it's double eagle wing. Come on. Ow, that's PAs. Okay, let's try to get around this rock so we can get rid of them. So now our shields is about to go down. It's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen with our hull. Uh-oh. That's missiles. You know what? The hull is actually holding up pretty well. Okay, not so much anymore. I think we'll have to bug out now. But luckily we are faster than the eagles, so we can just run away. Anyway, it's a fun little ship. I don't know, the pacifiers are pretty fun when you're attacking bigger ships, when you can strafe around them. When attacking smaller ships, my lack of combat skill is definitely showing. Anyway, let's head back to the station. Boom, shield sump already. What's the range of the pacifiers? That's a good question. Maximum range 3 kilometers, but that's, I mean, you're not gonna do a lot of damage on 3 kilometers. Yeah, I'm looking at friend request after the stream is over. Okay, let's get back in. So, I think I'm gonna call it for today. But again, remember that there's the open stream on Tuesday where you guys have a chance to join. So get yourself a crate, get it to LP. More information if you go to Discord. There's a link for that both on the stream on YouTube and also on Twitch. And also, I want to do a quick reminder that on the 14th of July, which is in 2 weeks, I'm going to host a 24-hour live stream to celebrate the channel surpassing 20,000 subscribers. And there is a lot of giveaways. More detail is in the video that I posted on YouTube, but I just slow this ship down. I just quickly want to show you some of the things that you can win doing that giveaway before we actually end this stream. Let me see if we can find anything here. First of all, from Logitech, we have a 4G603 wireless gaming mice. And Flodderan, thanks a lot for the subscription on YouTube. Yeah, wireless gaming mice are on high performance mode. These things will run 500 hours. Local Hydra, thanks a lot for the follow on Twitch. Yeah, 500 hours on a charge. If you run these in endurance modes, you can get a year and a half on a single charge. So it's not going to be one of those that's going to run out in the week, unless you have insane gaming habits. And again, I have 4 of these up for grabs, and a link for where you can participate in the giveaways in below, both on stream and also on Twitch. So that's one thing. As Darren says, cool, 24 hours is within my time zone. Exactly. I also have this. Let's close this one. Which is, not have it, but I'm gonna give away this, which is a button controller box. I'm currently using one very similar to control the live stream, which allows me to mute stuff and change scenes and stuff like that. Squeakenheimer, thanks a lot for the follow on Twitch. And I'm gonna give away one of these as well. And there's also a link for this. This is a P1 button controller box from Derek Spear Designs. And finally, from Frontier, we have a whole host of paint job packs with increased, including the Krait paint job here, which looks awesome, I think. Really a shame. I would love to keep this for myself, but can't. Giving it away. Other paint job packs with like this thing for a Cobra and a decal and special paint jobs that you can't buy in the store. You can only get doing giveaways. All that stuff is in the description below the stream. And the plan for the stream is to start on a brand new commander and see how far we can get in 24 hours. We're going to be 2 pilots flying together on new commanders. And the goal is that we're both going to be flying Anacondas before the end of the stream. So we will see how that goes. I think it's doable. I have a plan, a very cunning plan. So I think it's doable. And of course, I mean, the whole point with the stream is to try and do it as a new commander. We're not just going to join multi-crew on someone who already have a fully engineered ship and then just rack in credits and buy a content within the first hour. We are going to try and do it as if we were 2 new commanders playing together and see how far we can get in 24 hours. So I really hope you will join me for that again on the 14th of July, 2 weeks from now. Yeah. Again, I have a question. New Gold Rush? Yes, and I believe I actually have videos that was recorded about a potential new Gold Rush. And uploaded, but YouTube has been a little bit of a bitch today, so that's why it's not public yet. And I hope I can get this resolved by tomorrow. So definitely stay tuned to the channel for that. And I'll, of course, do my best to get this out as quickly as possible. But I have had some issues with videos not showing up properly. I don't know what YouTube is doing right now. But yeah, I will make sure to... oops. There we go. I will make sure to get that out as quickly as I can. But anyway, I think this is going to conclude today's stream. Actually, we should switch over to my new end scene here. Ta-da! This is going to conclude today's stream. I really hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, remember to give it a like. If you're watching on YouTube, remember to subscribe to the channel. If you're watching on Twitch, remember to follow the channel so you know when my next live stream is up. Next planned live stream is, as I said, on Tuesday. Yeah. And we can just manage to get Dragamon. Thanks a lot for the follow on Twitch. So yeah, I'm gonna sign off for now. Thanks a lot for watching, and until next time, I will see you guys in space.